Hello YouTube, welcome back to my 5th video in the Python 3.7 video series. In this tutorial, we're going to be going over string manipulation. We've already learned a little bit about strings as we've assigned them to variables, formatted them, and combined them into a new sentence. In this video, we're going to be going over how to manipulate strings. So the first thing we want to do is open up our Python 3 console in the command line, and you should see this pop up. Now, declare a variable called name and set that equal to a string John Smith, like this. Then you're going to be prompted with this new blank line. The first thing that we need to know when we're manipulating strings is finding out how to access points. So, if I wanted to get J from the variable name, I would just ask for the 0 value. Why the 0 value? Because in Python, whenever you're indexing or finding letters, the first value is always 0, the second is 1, the third is 2, the fourth is 3, and so on. To get the O in John Smith, we type name and then 1. So here's how you could do that. First type in name like this, and then you're going to use brackets and type 1. When you press enter, you should see that it's going to prompt or an O like that. So as we can see, that's correct. It says J-O-H-N, and O is indeed the second character or the first index. We could do this with another variable like, let's see, name and brackets, and let's try to find the N. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3. So now let's type in 3 here, and it should give N. As we can see, it does. We can also do this from a negative standpoint. So if we were to find out -1, that would always be the last letter. So it's going to say H. If we did -2, it would say T, and so on until you get through the entire thing. Okay, so now, as practice, try to find the 7th character of name. Pause this video, and once you've done that, come back. The first thing that I'm going to do is type in name. Type in name. And I know to find the 7th character, I would need the 6th index because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I was to type in 6, it would print in the 7th character. Now, we could do the same thing with multiple. So, if I was to access everything from the O to the I, here's what I would do. I would type in name again, brackets, but this time I'm going to use a colon. So it should say 2, colon, 2 is, actually, it has to be name 1, as that is the 2nd character. So 0, 1. And if we want to go to the I, we would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would use the 7th index so we can go from O to I. As you can see, it prints out OHNSM. It won't print out the last letter. If you wanted to do that, you should print out 1 and 8, and it prints Owen Smith. If you were just to do this without the 1, like this, it would print out John Smith, as the default character would be less than 0. So the character right before 0. And there's nothing before it, so it starts from the beginning and go all the way to the 8th. And if we go back here, we can type everything by doing 0, or not 0, whoops. We can type everything from the beginning to the last letter by doing just name. Whoops. Just printing out name. So if you're going to print out the entire thing, you don't need to use the string accessing. So those were the accessing methods, and there's also ways to calculate length. So right now, let me access the length. So for this, we're going to use the length keyword, like this, the brackets again, and now let's find the length of the name variable. Oops. Oh, it's actually not brackets, it should be parentheses. And as you can see, it's going to print out 10 for John Smith right here. And we can also just input a string right here. So I'm going to type in random characters that I don't know the length of, and if I hit enter, it's going to tell me that I've printed in 35. I'm going to do the same thing again with an even longer string, like this. And it should tell me I have 75. The next method we're going to learn about is the upper method. The upper method allows you to take a string and turn it into all uppercases. For example, if we wanted to make a new variable called name and set that equal to name dot upper, like this, and we print out the new variable for name, it'll say John Smith in all capital letters. So we're redefining a variable that we've already defined here into capital letters. When you're using the upper, you're going to do a dot upper right after the string or variable, and then you're going to put an empty set of parentheses. And when you print that, it's going to print in all upper. If you wanted to print in all lower, like this, you can simply use the dot lower, like this. There we go. And if we hit enter and print it out, it's once again lowercase. That's all that I have for this video, so if you like this video, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. So until then, goodbye.